Hey there, how's it going? I'm gonna get started hiking here. So this is actually the end of the video, you could say, after the events of the past couple of days transpired. The short story is that I came up here to the Marble Mountains of Northern California, a beautiful spot, as you can see, other than the burned out trees, but I will be getting much further back into the wilderness there, and things are gonna get really spectacular. But my truck broke down, my Mazda 1996 pickup, a half mile from the trailhead, which is to say about 10 to 15 miles into the wilderness, up Forest Service roads, with no cell phone reception. That is a very, very bad situation to be in. That was not the trailhead that I ultimately ended up hiking in, as you will see in the course of this video. So I planned to film a video about how to backpack in the wilderness, got started shooting that video, and then things broke down, you could say, from there. Now, I was filming throughout much of what happened. However, I stopped filming when things got especially demanding, and so I'm going to jump to the video that I started filming originally, and then I will have to come back and explain what happened before continuing on with the story. How's it going? I'm here in Northern California, on a way to start a backpacking trip in the Marble Mountains. An amazing area. I've been there several times before. I would actually go backpacking there with my family when I was a kid. The last time I was up there was 4 years ago. I'm really looking forward to getting out into the wilderness. I just pulled over to take a look at the river. Was tempted to go for a swim, but I think I'm going to keep on going and get on the trail here. So gonna hop back in the truck here, keep driving, get up to the trailhead, and get ready to hike out into the wilderness. Marble Mountain Wilderness, Klamath National Forest, California, Humboldt and Mount Diablo meridians. This is my map here of the area. Independence, I believe that is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm going to turn off the Highway 96, go over this bridge here, Independence Creek Road, Titus Gap, Johnson's Hunting Ground. Yep, all right, cool. That's where I'm going to start my hike at the trailhead. Klamath River. Beautiful looking mountains there. So 15N10 is the road that I've been going up. And here we get to 15N07. So it can be a little bit tricky sometimes reading these maps and, you know, finding your right, you know, dirt road going off in some winding direction, but it's working out good. That is the one, just another couple of miles. And so it was a little while later, as I was almost up to the trailhead, that the truck broke down. And so my plans, of course, got completely shifted. My how to backpack in the wilderness video got completely, you know, messed up there, and that is not what this video is going to be about. I'm filming a whole separate video about this trip here into the Marble Mountains. So what happened is I came up over a little bump in the road, and a rock bumped up against the bottom of the truck. Normal thing, it was, you know, a gravel road there that happened regularly getting up there. But when that happened, the engine cut out, and that was it. It was dead. It would not restart. The engine kept cranking over, but would not start up. And so I managed to push the truck a little ways up over a little bump, and then down a slight little bit of a hill, and then back it into a turnout there alongside the road, so at least it wasn't right in the middle of the road. And then I thought to myself, now what the hell do I do? Do I immediately get ready and hike out of there and go find a tow truck and have them tow me out? Or do I wait for somebody to come along, hopefully, who can give me a ride down there or might have cell phone reception or whatever? Or option number 3, this situation is going to be the exact same in a few days as compared to now, why don't I just go for my trip and do my backpacking adventure and then come back and deal with it after I've, had my fun while I'm already up here, and shoot my videos that I plan to shoot and everything, and then deal with it when I come back. And so that's what I decided to do. I wasn't going to mention that in the video at all. I decided just to act like everything was normal in the video and not get sidetracked on a drama there. And so I continued shooting and acted like that was the actual trailhead. And so I got a couple of video clips in before something else happened that changed my plans yet again. And so I'm at the trailhead here. Now the next step is to make sense of this crazy mess, get all packed up, get my pack on my back, and get going. All right, I'm all packed up here and ready to rock and roll. So in the course of this multi-day trip, then I will be showing you all of the gear that I have, the food that I brought, how to set up a tent, string your food up a tree to keep it safe from bears, how to make a campfire, all that kind of stuff in the course of this backpacking trip. So for now, I'm ready to hit the trail and get going. Here we go. The Marble Mountain Wilderness is a wild place, a place where one can retreat from civilization, reconnect with nature, and find meaning and significance. And so you are here, and my first destination is going to be Yukonom Lake. The question is, can I make it there tonight? The sun's getting a little low, so we'll see where I end up. Johnson's Hunting Ground Trailhead, Klamath National Forest. Somebody else out there. And so roughly a few seconds after I saw that red pickup truck, then I heard the sound of a running truck. Now, as it would turn out, the guys who own that red pickup truck would be the ones who would ultimately save me. However, those weren't the guys that I heard right then, of course. It was another truck coming up the road. And so I decided to turn around, head back, see what they were about, what they were doing, and if there was any chance that they might be able to help me. The truck comes up, and I walk up to them and say, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys know anything about auto mechanics? Turns out one of the men there, an older gentleman, was an auto mechanic. It's 3 guys, and I think that it was a generation lineup there of grandfather, son, and then his son. And the guy says, yeah, we got time. We'll take a look, see if we can help you out. We drive back down to the vehicle, and they start looking around, and the problem is they're finding nothing wrong. Everything looks normal. It doesn't look like the rock, knocked a wire loose or knocked pipes out of connection or whatever. And so finally they're like, we don't know what to tell you, but we can't see what's wrong. Around that time, then the red pickup truck that I'd seen before comes down the road. And they stop and they're chatting, what's going on, what you guys doing? We ask them, do you guys know anything about auto mechanics? The guy says, hell no, I'm a construction worker. And so we go on talking about the situation. And the guy says, there's one guy that's going to be able to get you out of here. Bigfoot Towing. And I got his number here, give him a call. And so it turned out that the 3 guys that had initially helped me had cell phone service. They had Verizon, whereas I have T-Mobile. So I had no reception, but they had a cell phone connection. We called the guy. He was kind of very reluctant, being as far up in the Forest Service roads as I was. He was concerned about getting lost out there, not being able to find me and stuff. And it was getting on dark. Eventually he said, all right, I'm going to come get you. Hang tight. Be there about an hour. And so the other guys take off. I take a seat, start waiting. The sun starts to go down. I watch an amazing sunset. And now here we go into the rest of the footage, because I started filming everything that happened from here on throughout that night and into the next day. My adventure, you could say, of my truck breaking down in the middle of the wilderness. So I just watched an amazing sunset there. Waiting now for the mechanic to hopefully arrive. There's the previously trusty rig. It failed me today, and I'm not out of the woods yet, as they say, smack in the middle of them. And so the actual trailhead is further up this road here, and it wraps around. I can see it up there. You can't see it in the video there, but top of that ridge is where the trail or the road continues, and then it's just up and over that ridge is the actual trailhead. And so before I walked from here with my backpack on all the way up there, and then up there is where I ran into the hunters. And so we will see what happens from here. All right, it's just a few minutes later and I hear the sound of a truck. Hopefully that's him. Almost certainly it is. Oh, yeah, I can see, you can see that. Lights down there. Deliverance, I hope. And it looks like a pretty good size rig as well, so I'm sure that's him. And there it is, up on the truck. Gonna be an hour drive back to Happy Camp, and then have a mechanic look at it tomorrow. Wow, this is depressing. This is gonna cost me a lot of money, and I'm not gonna get to do my backpacking trip. Rough one. And we're now in Happy Camp, the closest tiny little town. This is the mechanic here. Al's Garage. So my truck is over there. Thought I'd come over here and do this in the light. So the tow truck guy there is not the mechanic. His office is a few blocks away, and so I went over there, paid the bill. Cost me $350. And that did not include a fix. He just got the thing here, and so now I gotta wait till tomorrow, of course, to see what is wrong with that thing and hope that it is a easy, quick, cheap fix. So in the meantime, I'm going to sleep here tonight in the back of the truck to avoid paying for a hotel, and just kind of pray that the damage isn't too bad tomorrow. So as for whether I'm actually gonna head back out and try to still do my camping trip up there, I haven't decided yet, but we'll see how things look in the morning. So I'm just gonna grab some of my camping food for dinner. It's like 9:30 at night or something now, and crawl into the back there in my sleeping bag, hope that it is relatively comfy and I get a little rest so that I can deal with things tomorrow. So see you in the morning.